Hey YouTube, it's Slip On Queen here. Just want to come here today and I wanted to do a highly requested video. It's my updated eyeshadow palette collection. I'm super excited for this because I have recently done a declutter where I did eliminate a lot of palettes, but I do still have quite a few as well. So I thought I'd go ahead and let you guys see what my updated eyeshadow palette collection looks like. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first palettes I'm going to mention are from the brand Amourous, and this is the Femme Fatale 32 eyeshadow palette. I really love this. I have not actually used it on my eyes yet, but I did just recently get it, but the colors look fantastic. Like, look how beautiful that palette is. So I'm super excited for that. And I think this is supposed to be a dupe for the was it Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette or something like that. So I'm really excited to get some use out of that. And then I have a Zodiac palette from the BH Cosmetics, and this is such a beautiful palette. It is baked shadow, so they do have a lot of fallout, but this is such a gorgeous palette. I love it, and it's just so nice. So very excited to have that. And then I have a Okalon palette, and it's the Urban Memory. This is a dupe for, I think, the Born to Run palette from Urban Decay. It's just so pigmented and so beautiful. I love that. Then I have a Solo Look palette. It's the Dirty Dancing palette, and inside you have scenes from the movie, and then you have 4 eyeshadows, 1 blush in the center, which you can use for eyeshadow as well, and you have a liquid lip. This is so nice. You have to get really creative though with the colors, because I feel like with the colors they give you, you can do some good eye looks, but you can't do many. So unless you're like super creative with it. So I really love the palette though. It's just fantastic. I love Dirty Dancing. So then I have an eyeshadow palette from the brand A2O, which you can find on Shop Miss A. This is their Vanity palette. And you can do so many fun eye looks with this. This is such a nice palette. I think it retailed for like, I want to say it's like 10 bucks, but I ended up getting it when it was on a sale, and I got it for like 7, so I really like it. It's a nice palette. Then I have a Z palette with just a few little single highlighters and shadows, and I do keep them in here, so I really love that. And I did get the Z palette thing from actual Shop Miss A website. It was really nice. And then I have the Okalon Pressed Pigment palette, and this is supposed to be a dupe for the Urban Decay Alice in Wonderland palette. So beautiful. So very excited to have that. And then we have the Bella Forever Love Talk. And I think it's supposed to be like the Back Talk, I think is what it's called. Or Talk Back palette. I forget what it's called. From Urban Decay. Where you have the shadows on one side and you have blush and highlighter on the other. And in the center you have the mirror that kind of keeps the whole palette together. So I really like that. I did just recently get that off of JB and Eve's website. And then I have a palette my friend Zoe got me. This is the Berries from BYS. And this is a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette. It's really beautiful. It's a really good palette. Then I have a Subculture palette, which is the Okalon dupe of the Subculture. And this is so nice. I love this palette. I've had this for a few weeks and I have used it like crazy since I got it. I love it. Then I have a Clean Color Megawatts Electric palette I got from JB and Eve's as well. And the colors, and the little thing always falls out, but isn't that beautiful? They're very glittery though. Some of the shadows are like pressed glitters, so you have to be really careful with the fallout, because you know how pressed glitters are. You have to use the right primer and stuff to get it to hold. So we have to be really careful with that. Then we have some Too Faced palettes. I have a Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar that my friend Mimi Wallace got me. And this one's so nice. It smells so good. I love the way the Too Faced eyeshadow palettes smell. They're so sweet. Then we have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons. I love this palette. I have used so much of the color Cafe au Lait and the Molasses Chip. I love those two. Those have been like my absolute favorite out of this palette. It's funny that I chose those two colors to be my favorite, but those are the ones. And I also like the color Sprinkles. It's just really nice. I love that color in there. Then I have the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Oh, and I love the scent. It smells so good. I love how Too Faced palettes smell. They smell so amazing. Then I have Too Faced Chocolate Gold. I just got this for my birthday from my friend Mimi Wallace. And oh my god, it's so beautiful. Look at that. Love that. And what was funny, before she got me that for my birthday, I had just bought the dupe of it from Okalon because I wanted it so bad. And I think I'm going to do a comparison video. God, this one smells just like the Too Faced one. I think I'm going to do a comparison video on these two one day. Just to let you guys see some swatches and stuff and see how similar they are. So I am going to do that in an upcoming video. I'm really curious to see how close they are as dupes. So now on to, I have a Sephora Gem and the Holograms palette. I love this palette. It's absolutely beautiful. Whenever I feel like I have like the 80 feels going on and I want to just do like an 80s eye look, this is perfect for that. Love that. Then I have a palette that I got from my friend Zoe for my birthday recently, and this is the Morphe Day Slayer. I haven't used this yet, but I plan on using it in the fall time because when I look at this palette, I think of fall. So I'm definitely going to be using that in the fall. And then I got some Juvia's Place palettes, and this is the one I just got for my birthday as well, the Nubian 2. Very beautiful palette. Cannot wait to do some beautiful eye looks with that. The Juvia's Place palettes are fantastic. I love the formula of them. They're just super nice. Then I have the Saharan 2. Got this for my birthday as well. If I can hold it up. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. I have like fumble hands today. I can't hold on to nothing. Then I have the Zulu Juvia's Place palette. I got this for my birthday last year. I love that. I don't know what it is. Like on my birthday time, I get like gift cards and stuff, and I go get Juvia's Place. I just love their palettes. And then I have the Saharan. This is the very first one I ever got. Or no, the Zulu's the first. Then I got this one. And I absolutely love this one as well. I got this one last year. Such a good palette. I'm telling you guys, I have fumble hands. I can't hold on to stuff. I keep dropping things. Then I have the Nubian, which is just the mini version because I didn't buy the big one. I just got the small. And I just thought it was super cute. It's one of them I could travel with, and I really love that. Then I have two Tarte palettes. This one is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. Got this in a BoxyCharm. And then I have the one I just got in a BoxyCharm a few weeks ago. This is the Be You Naturally palette. I don't use these a lot, but I need to start using them and not just let them sit. And I have two of the Lime Crime Pocket Candy eyeshadow palettes. They're supposed to look like the Polly Pockets. I use these shadows, and I've heard really bad things about these shadows and these palettes, and I absolutely love the shadows. Like, I don't have any complaints about them. I used it the other week. I did an eye look with both palettes, and I just loved them both. So I don't have anything negative to say about these. Even though I'd heard a lot of people say they were terrible, I've enjoyed them. So then I have some little small palettes. This is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone. I have CoverGirl True Naked Chocoholic. And I have the LA Color eyeshadow palette mini version in Beauty. Okay. Then I have these Dollar General palettes. I think I got them all. This is the new beauty line they carry at Dollar General. It's Believe Beauty. This one is their Plush Purples palette. Golden Disco. Into the Blue, which I absolutely love this one. And then we have Nearly Nude. And these are all really nice palettes. I really love them. And they're only $5 a piece or $4.99, something like that. And they're fantastic for what they are. Then I have some Amore's palettes mini versions. This is the Shine Bright. And this one's supposed to be a dupe for the Natasha Denona Tropic palette. It's really nice. Then we have the Love You Latte palette from Amore's. And this is one of these palettes I'm going to be using in the fall time because it just, I don't know, the colors of it just remind me of fall. So I will be using that one in the fall. Then I have the Amore's Stay Fabulous, which I have been using this one and I really love it. This one's a dupe for one of the Huda Beauty palettes. It's really beautiful. Then I have it's BH Cosmetic. It's my Ray Ray palette. I picked this up at, I want to say Marshall's, for like $7. You have bronzers and highlighters here, and then you have your shadows. And it's a really good palette. I highly recommend it if you find it at either Marshall's or TJ Maxx, because that's where I found it recently. And it's a fantastic palette. Then I also picked this one up at Marshall's. This is a Royal Affair BH Cosmetic palette. And this is such a beautiful palette. There's so many different variety of eye looks you can do with this palette. And it's just really nice. And I love the fact that it's a BH Cosmetic palette, because I really like BH Cosmetics. Then I have a Kat Von D palette that my friend Zoe got me. And this is the, what is this one called? She has so many different names for her palettes. This one here is the Metal Matte Mini Eyeshadow palette. And it's such a beautiful palette. I really do like it. And I use this in the fall time as well. I used this last year in the fall, and it was a really fantastic palette for that. I just love the color scheme in it. Then this came from my friend Zoe as well, for one of, I think it was a gift or something she sent me. This is from AOA Studio, or is it A2O? It's from the Shop Miss A website, and it's one of them where you can build your own palette. It's so beautiful. So very excited for that. That's a really good palette. I used the heck out of that when I first got it. Like, I used it a lot. And then I have the 2 of these Disney beauty books. I got these at Walgreens many years ago, and I should probably let them go, but it's just kind of them things I want to keep as a collector, because I had the whole collection, and then I realized I was not using like hardly any of them, but the 2 that I did actually gravitate towards and use a lot was the Cinderella beauty book and the Dare to Dream Ariel book. So I ended up keeping those 2, and I passed the other ones along because I wanted someone to actually use them. But look how beautiful that palette is. Like, I just love those colors. I love the blushes. Should I use it? Probably. I don't know how old they are now. I want to say they're like 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. They're just so beautiful, and I didn't want to let them go. So this is the Dare to Dream. You know I'm a sucker for anything Little Mermaid, so I had to keep this one. And look how beautiful the colors are. They're so beautiful. So super excited for those. They're so cute. Definitely wanted to keep them in my collection. Alright, so I don't know how I'm doing on time here. So we have Beauty Creations Espresso Yourself, and this one's just absolutely beautiful. I got this off of a JB and Eve's haul off their website. And I also got these from JB and Eve's. It's the Okalon. These are dupes for the Lime Crime palettes. This is the Secret palette. They're super pretty. Then I have the matte eyeshadow palette from Okalon. So beautiful. Alright, then I have an Alamar Cosmetics palette that I got from BH. I got it from BoxyCharm. I said BH Cosmetics. I love that palette. I just recently started using it. I've had it for a while, and I've just started using it, and I absolutely love it. This is the ColourPop Semi Precious palette I got from BoxyCharm. Such a good palette. Then we have My Little Pony from ColourPop. My friend Zoe got me. It's so pretty. I just love that. And I love the fact it's My Little Pony. Then we have Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette my friend Zoe got for me for my birthday one year. It smells so good. I wanted that palette for so long, and I love it. Then I got an Ace Beauté, I think is how you say it, palette from BoxyCharm. And I've had this for a while. I got it in a BoxyCharm, and I just recently used it. And oh my gosh, guys, it's a fantastic palette. It's so beautiful. Then I have the Overcast Filter Sephora palette that my awesome friend Zoe sent me for my birthday one year. And this is such a beautiful palette. You can do so many smoky eyes with this, and it's just really gorgeous. I really like that palette. Then I have a Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsession. She just got me this, Zoe did, for my birthday, and it's so beautiful. Love that palette. Then I have my Butter London palette I just got. I took it out of my caboodle so I could show you guys. My Butter London Natural palette. I've been using that this month for my caboodle. My What's My Caboodle this month, and I absolutely love this palette. It's so nice. And I'm going to throw this in my caboodle as well. This is the Maybelline New York Lemonade Craze palette. I have not even used this yet, but I've had it for, I don't know, several months now. But I want to start using it. I got a really good deal on this. That's why I picked it up, and I want to start using it. And it's not scented. I know a lot of people were asking if it's scented. It's not scented. that I can smell. Then I have an Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette, and this is one I've had for several years, but I just love the whole idea of it, so I've kept it. And it's just really nice. It's a really good palette for, especially how old it is. It's still good. Then I have Maybelline New York Soda Pop palette, and I've used the heck out of this. I really love this palette. It's really nice. And this one doesn't smell at all. But this one does smell. This one is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted palette. This one smells like peaches. And you can tell I've really loved this shade right here and this shade. Like, these two are like my shades I love out of this. It smells so good. I used the heck out of this last summer. This was like my big palette I used a lot last year. And then I have my Urban Decay Electric palette my friend Zoe got me. And I love this palette for whenever I want to do really bright eye looks. This is a really nice palette for that. That's why I keep it. And that, I think, completes my eyeshadow palette collection. I know some people might say that's not a lot of shadow palettes. Some people will say that is a lot or that's too many. And for me, I just did a recent makeup declutter out of my collection. I didn't do it on camera, but I ended up passing some products along for people I knew that would love it. And so, this was after a declutter. So, I know I might have a lot and I'm not trying to brag, but yeah, this is actually, at some point, this is too much for me because I like to rotate them to make sure I get use out of all of them, but when you have so many collections, it's really hard to do that in a year, to rotate them all. So I do plan on really focusing on what I really like to use and what I don't, and what I don't, I need to actually physically let go. Because I did let go of a few, like I said, in my declutter recently, but there's some in here now that I'm looking at all of them and showing you guys. There are some that I haven't used in a long time. And then I have palettes like this I haven't used at all, which I will be using this month. I'm going to throw this in my caboodle so I can start using it. And because it's a really beautiful palette. So I just got to show some love to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to try to do maybe like a highlighter collection video coming up soon, because I want to show you, because I did declutter with those and I decluttered a lot. So I only have like a few now compared to what I did have, so I do want to do a collection of those as well. And we'll just see how it goes. I'll try to do like a gradual collection. It's just I have so many different items everywhere, I have to kind of get them all together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.